Hey, it's Greg Hawks. Welcome to another Sourcing in Real Life. And I wanted to show you guys Stack Overflow because I've been doing some interesting work in Stack Overflow today. And it's kind of like GitHub. It's not something I don't hear a lot of people really talking about. You can search by companies. You can search by job. You can search, especially if you're looking for jobs. You're a job seeker. You can look for like data engineers, for example. I haven't been talking too much to the job seeker, so you definitely, if you're looking for something in tech, this is another alternative you can go to. Look up companies, look up jobs. Obviously, there's a lot of those types of companies here. This is mainly for tech, by the way, because it's another repository. You can look for users, but as you can see, the job or the user search isn't that great. Let's just go to JavaScript. And again, it's another forum. You can go in here, you can look through different things, different answers. My computer is running slow because I have multiple computers on right now, different tags, things like that. But what I do is I'll site search this just to get more of a focused type of search. And here, Stack Overflow.users/Java NYC. So I'm looking for Java users in NYC. I changed this to Dallas since I'm not looking for people specifically in Dallas right now. And you get a list here, users, that sort of thing. And what I was doing today, I was using this type of search to scrape. Which Dataminer? I think it's that Dataminer. And so you can scrape this, and I have a recipe built to do this. It's called Hawks Stack Overflow Scraper. No, this is Google. So we searched through Google, so we need to use a Google search. This one will work. You can use the Hawks Google LinkedIn X-Ray 2021. And so the thing is, you pull up a list of people, and you have some basic information that you can pull from the search that we just did, okay? So I already have this. I believe this is public. So if you're just in a rush and you need something quick, you can literally use this recipe. I will share this publicly. I would like to share this publicly. Save as new. I guess I can't save that publicly. Well, let me see if I can find another alternative. Because I want to say that there's something public there. Let's see. Page scrape, public. Yeah, I mean you guys can use this one. This one will do the trick. Yeah, this one pulls the same stuff, except it's formatted a little bit weird. So you can mess around with that if you're fancy with that. I'm going to use mine, and basically what the thing is that you really need is the profile URL. So you don't really need this very much at all. And let's see, delete. So we're going to do a new data set. Scrape page again. So I've got 100 people in here. Okay. Got 100 people in here. And okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to build a scraper to go in and pull more information from Stack Overflow. Okay. So I've already built the recipe to do this, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But I wanted to show, now that I'm more familiar with the crawling aspect, how you can go and do this specifically for Stack Overflow if you're looking to do this. Okay, so I'm going to save this as, and you have to save your data set as something. So I'll put crawl test 2021. Okay, and you need to remember what you saved it as, because you're going to have to go back in here in a minute, and I'll show you why. So then you're going to go to crawl scrape. And this is specifically for Stack Overflow. Go to Load New Crawl, create a new crawl. You can use this multiple ways, but use saved scrape results that we just scraped. Crawl test 2021. Okay. Now, you have to have a URL in order to do this because it's going to pull information from each URL. It's going to go in and pull from each URL. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how it works for the first couple, and I'm going to show you how I went in and built the recipe. Okay. So confirm URLs are valid. Next step. I'm moving to, okay, confirm. Okay. Next step. And like I said, I've already built a couple of these, so this one is public. So basically, I built another scraper just to scrape the profile information, and you'll see why this is impactful in a minute. So selected scrape. I did a little test thing. Okay, it pulls the information, and as you can see from this example, pull their full name, their title, their bio, their location, a couple of tags, so that the top tags that they're interested in as far as the repositories, a couple of links, profile views, and a couple of other things. It's just showing you what's going to be pulled into the crawl when you run this. Okay, and it does take some tinkering. Now I can make this run faster, but I'd like to have a little bit of a lag because that way it's kind of a fail-safe. If you scrape too many profiles at once, you get kicked out. I've come into problems with user agreements and things like that when I do too much automation can be a bad thing. Let me just say that. Okay, too much automation can be a really bad thing. So now it's working. You see it's working. Let me see if I can make this smaller. But this is working. Let me see if I can find the window. Here we go. So you'll see what's happening in the background is that it's going to each profile. It's visiting each profile and it's pulling out the information that I wanted it to, that I built it for. So you'll see it's not super fast, okay? But the reason it's not super fast is because I programmed it that way. I programmed it to wait 3 seconds before going on to the new one, okay? And as you can see with Stack Overflow, there's lots of information here. You can get an idea of the kind of repositories that are key for folks. And you can see in this profile right here, Twitter account, direct personal website, location. This guy likes pancakes, so I definitely want to talk about pancakes if I reach out to this guy. Okay. And what Dataminer is doing is it's pulling all this information into each row. Okay, that was going to stop it anyway. So let's see what is pulled, okay? And I think I know why that just happened, because whatever profile was pulled up was a different looking profile. Maybe it was a company, but I did this for like 39 people just now and was able to pull all this information. So this is your data set. And again, I get their GitHub profiles, their Twitter profiles. I got a LinkedIn profile here. You know, I actually just pulled the top 2, but I can go in and refine this a little bit more. Download it to Excel file. I don't know what's in there. It'll pull up down here, so it'll have a different naming convention around crawl, but you'll be able to see this information. Come on. Come on. Open up. Okay. Now, I am glad that my Excel and stuff is working today. So, okay, so if you were just to use the Google search, you wouldn't get this information. I got there because I noticed that the original scrape was pulling up like user for the first name. Hey, that's great and everything, but I actually want their real first name and last name if I can. So I got his first and last name. It's very limited based on what's in the profile, but I was able to get some additional information. The main thing is you got their Stack Overflow URL. You got really the repositories that they're most nerdy about, which is good speaking points because I can see that these three folks really like Java. So those are the engineers that I'm going after. If I was to go after people in Dallas, I have Twitter profile, GitHub profile, little man. That's funny. The number of profile views, which I think might be important, especially if you see a high contributor. Looks like that pulls some additional information, some different information. So I might have to go readjust that. But I mean, these are direct links. This is a direct link to a person's website. So, like obviously, you can find contact information this way. If I was to look up this person on GitHub, let me see if I can look up this person on GitHub and see if I can find an email. Not always rocket science, guys. And I also do want to show you the inside of my recipe as well. So it's still like direct website, Twitter website. That's direct links, right? So he's a fan of Lego, so you might want to mention something about Legos when you reach out. So let's see, where did my window go? Where did my Dataminer window go? I have to close down some things. Here we go. No, that's not it. I'm gonna have to close down some things. Let's just go back here. So what I wanted to show you is basically most people that watch my channel know how to scrape. They know how to use Dataminer and that sort of thing. It's the building the additional page piece that can be a little bit troublesome. So I've already gone in here and done that. Okay. It sounds like I need to refine some things too. So I'll work on that as well. So let me show you the inner workings, because I actually really like Dataminer's new way of doing things. When going to page scrape, I'm just going to show you guys. What can I just edit? I just want to edit. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. So how I set this up is I'm looking for a specific profile. So it's a profile page, you're extracting more information, and this is more for the crawl. So, and basically it's just mix and matching at this point. Okay, for the full name, I use the easy column finder. Say I want to look for a text field, and I just go over wherever I want to pull the information. His name is Dallas. His name is probably not Dallas, but you can do this for any type of website. You can see what the data looks like. That looks viable. Click confirm, and you can always just look at your data. You make sure that you're pulling the right information. So senior engineer at HSBC. Okay, so I want to pull the title. Same sort of thing. Easy column finder. That's actually one of my favorite features. It makes it so much easier. Push C. Yep, that's what I want. Confirm. Okay, and you just repeat the process. Now, when you get down to the links, let me show you what the links look like. I need to move this. Move this over there. Okay, he doesn't have any links, but if you were to do a link, say you saw a Twitter profile here or something like that, it's the same sort of process. You use the easy column finder. Instead of pushing text, you would push URL, and then you would find the URL wherever it is and push C, and then you can look at the data set. Let me see if I can actually find somebody who has that in my list. In my list of stuff. This person looks like they have. This I've already looked this person up. This person right here. So pull it up here. And we want to do page scrape. I've already got that. Clone and edit. Sure, why not? Okay. And for instance, the link one, I gotta move this again. Sourced in real life. Gotta love it, right? Easy column finder, URL. I want that. I'll take that. Oh, and it gives me 3 options here. So I want that one. Great. Yeah. See, you get the direct GitHub URL. That's awesome. Let me actually add another one just to show you kind of what it looks like. I mean, it's the same sort of process. So let's do link 3. Link 3, because I didn't pull in the link 3. It's a good example. All right. I named it what I want. URL. C. Pick the item you want. Confirm it. Boom, you got it. So the next time I run this, I'll be able to pull additional links. And if I see somebody with like 7 links, that's how I did something similar on AngelList. So to review, basically, if you want to scrape Stack Overflow, you can use a Google search to get the initial list, the initial URLs. Then you can go back and create a crawler in this way. It's not the fastest, but it gets the job done. And like I said, if you're pulling in short lists, like 39 people like I just did in another location, this is a good practice to do. And I'm looking forward to doing more stuff like this because it just gives us another solution. I know there's a couple of use cases out there with other tools, but I mean, I understand Dataminer, that's why I use it so much. And it's one of the tools I have access behind my big firewall. Now I'm on my personal computer today. That's why I'm in the TV or the microwave, not a TV. I don't know what that is. Somebody comment down below and tell me what I'm in, because it does look like I'm cooking, but it also looks like I'm an old school TV. So I'm not really sure. But not to get off into tangent here. Again, the other thing is, let me show you another tool that I don't typically use a lot. It's called Instantaneous Scrape. And people always forget about this, but it's this little Pokemon ball. It does a lot of the work for you, okay? I've been trying to get this on my work computer for a while because it's so easy to use, but it's another tool that you can access. So look, it's waiting. It's got the little Pokemon ball. It's a Chrome extension. Look, it does a lot of the work for you. So now it doesn't pull the social profiles, but still pretty cool. If you're in a rush, you can actually separate this stuff out by some trickery in Excel. So if you're in a rush, you just need a list of names real quick, you can come back to. It gives you the information. It's a whole lot easier than doing the steps that I just did. But I like to get the social profiles for additional touch points as well. So again, I've given you a great group of tools to use. So whether you're creating these recipes yourself or you're looking for something specific, I typically do have recipes created for any site that I'm on. So if there's something that you're having trouble with, ping me and I'll build a recipe around it. I'll make it public, and we can all use it. Okay. So I know I rambled on a lot today, but I just got I've been having a lot of fun with this type of stuff. So please share and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope it helps.